Perfect. 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 Okay. Okay. So, what's the main problem with the hot seat? I hate this. So, what's the main problem with the apply changes? Hot seat. I hate this. So, what's the main problem with the apply changes? Hot seat. Hello, Toby. So, what's the main problem with the Hotseat campaign in the for Divide and Conquer scripts? What's the main problem with the Hotseat campaign in the what's about Divide and Conquer? What's about script? What's the main problem with the Hotseat campaign in the what's about Divide and Conquer? What's about script? I'm still listening to this. Yes, version 3 looks really nicely, especially from a graphical point of view. The new splash screen and so on are really, really good, to be honest. So, let's turn back. Most of the problems come from the script that can be found in Imperial Campaign, in Data War Maps Campaign, Imperial Campaign script. Most of the problem will come from the faction setup, which is generally told first turn expansion script, and it has all the first turn expansions, all the new conquest generation. Oh, hi Kiri. The new general and settlements that are automatically captured by the artificial intelligence, so the AI faction, during the first turn when you click enter. Regarding this, most of the time I just have to change some conditions. For example, when you see if I local faction Egypt, okay, this will be no. I local faction Egypt maybe is the only correct one. Let's go to where is this? Other faction, yes. Most of the time, just this will be changes. I local faction, if not I local faction. But the real problem with Hotseat campaign and the script that breaks the game are the one, for example, faction Dunland the Anedite. Then I will say Unite the Clans, Blue Wizard, and surely, where is it? Moria Reclaiming. Now, regarding, for example, such as Bree choice, Darwinian choice, Blue Wizard, and Aragorn, the game will treat you not as a real player but as the artificial intelligence, and so you will be randomly get the result of the script if it's random for the AI or if it's stated For example, for Aragorn, I know for sure that the artificial intelligence won't do the artificial intelligence won't do the role playing game for Aragorn, so his whole mission. Yeah, randomized choice works well with most of them. For the player, for example, Aragon RPG, I've seen it working for me if I was the one who set the hot seat, and or if Northern Dunedain was the first faction that was played. For Unite the Clans, such as Enedwife and Dunelight, I most of the time just delete them, and so you are able to recruit the other clan. How is it called? The other clan units, unless you do not own certain regions. For Rune Harad, it's the same. I will just make them available from the start, even though for Rune it it may won't work, but for Arad, for example, it will work because it's just a region check. So if you have a certain number of region, you will be able to recruit, for example, Mumakil or the troll units, half troll units, those really bad units. So yes, I can just delete Anylife and Dunland without any problem. If not, in the latest Hotseat for version 2.2, and Toby and Kiri will remember this, we were not able to recruit siege equipment, no, not siege equipment, siege units such as ballista, catapults, trebuchet, because they were linked to one condition into um, one of those scripts. I remember that. For example, for Moria reclaiming, it will be completely removed. So you will start with Khazad-dûm, no, Moria, the Moria faction, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm having Moria, so Eastern Moria, and with another couple of units and a general, and I think your spy and diplomat in the fort nearby. Where we couldn't recruit ship and artillery. Yeah. So I will just remove Moria reclaiming, and another thing, it will remove obviously even the part after the, the reclaiming of Moria is finished. Yeah, maybe ships were fine, but surely siege siege units were not available. I remember that completely because I really used them. Ships were a problem because there were factions who could not recruit them, and other factions who could. So you won't get the attack of the Balrog, call the help from the other clans for Moria. You will just get settled. The same will happen for Ahradnaim, and so his whole KP as a King Plus bonus will be removed. Other things, well, Elven Alliance will work exactly, will be set exactly as the Unite the Clans. So from the beginning, you will or you will not be able, for example, as a Tranduil, to recruit the other faction. The other faction. The other faction unit. Uh, so then, what are other things? Well, Immortal Nazgul is completely broken, such as One Ring, especially Immortal Nazguls. Most of the time, uh, as Mordor, you will get like exponential. No, not exponential, but every 7 turn you will get a Nazgul more. So you will get maybe even 4 to 5 Nazgul every X turns, uh, and it was funny to see, but not for the other one playing. Glittery caves won't work. Last stand worked uh, fine, I would say. Blue wizard will work as always, so you will be treated as the AI, nevertheless, or maybe I just have not tested it deeply, or in all of the cases, so you will just be evil or not. So we decided in the last, can we keep the part where destroying the ring kills Moro? I don't know. We can try to do it, or just leave that to the Hotseat admin, for example. Yeah, manually would work. Manually will work. This is a good thing since version 2.2, if I recall correctly. So Blue Wizard, we disabled it from the start, so you will be neutral, and maybe we made it. Well, we did it in the last time that you would have not been able to. Example, here, no, here is the expansion script, right? So, for example, other other factions. So that's no. Here's a new one. No, move to other view. No. Expansion script. Move to other view. Okay. So other factions. So this is a comparison on how I do it. No, I think they have changed it. I local faction at stacks. Not, if not. Ah, they may have listened to me, guys, because that's how I did. That's the way you put the script in a way. Yes, it's easy to set up two campaign scripts, one with good history and the other with evil. That's how you do it for Hotseat. That's the only way I found it, to be honest. And that you say that if it's not, the local faction is not Denmark, and so if it's not, obviously, for how the turn is made, um, how the turn is made is all the faction playing, then it's not faction. So if it's not Denmark, so it means that no there is no Dolamra player, because if not it would be, if not this would be as counted as a 1 and not as a 0. This script will be done, so increase King Pursues at Lem Conquerors. Then this is just a way how I divide them, I split them, because it's easy to read. In this way I know what all this part of the code will do, how all this part of the code will do, and so on. So as I read here, Ireland, I don't know, if I local faction Spain and I settlement on Spore Army faction Denmark. So this is for Denmark. Yeah. It may be that the developers of Divide and Conquer version 3 listened to what I told them the last time I spoke with them about making these changes, because I remember, no, I don't think I have the original one. Campaign script, other factions. Oh no. Is faction I controlled? Ah no. Faction. Ah, I did in different ways. Good to know. Other. Ah no. No, 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 no. This is how I do. This is how I do. I don't know. Maybe this way works too. Okay, Toby. I don't remember if this way will work. But if it was for version 2.2 and version 2.2 worked, I suppose this is bodyguard. Oh, okay, no, this is a silly mod I created once. Spawn point. This is for CryEngine expansion script. Okay, so campaign script. This is the last one. Okay, other. No, okay, this is how you do. Okay, so basically, let's take the first one. Faction turn end. It may you can remove it. If not iLocal faction Aztec, this does not work for Hotseat. The only way to do it is this. So what you do is just that you check if after the end turn the next faction is or is not Sicily. Sicily. Let's where it is Sicily, and Sicily means Gondor. So if it's Sicily and Sicily is I controlled, then you do this thing, and then you do this for all the other faction. Um, this is another good thing you can create for Hotseat or in general for modding, is that you can create bonus against the player. This means that if the player is Spain, and if I recall, Spain should be Harad, then in this case Dolamorov, Denmark, will get this bonus. New Barad Hern will get an army that will conquer Barad Hern. So that's how I will have to do. I can just take this. Technically, I could just take this, compare, and see the changes. And I think I'm going to do it that way. Because, for example, I do not like how they do this. It makes no sense. It's just better to do in this way. I know it may feel strange because it's just something visual and does not affect it at all. But that's the difference between not being able to easily read this. Like, in this way I need to remember that we are talking about England is well, about England, so about Mordor. In this way I know that all this code relates to Gondor itself. Tabs, spaces, absolutely. Um, maybe let's see, because I remember in the export desk unit maybe there were spaces. I think I remember that there were some lines written in spaces. And once I uploaded a file that just took all the files of no most of the files of Divide and Conquer and removed the spaces and exchanging them with tabs. For example, this is against Rohan, but it's a silly way to do it. Like, all this part of code belongs to the Isengard. Now, I think it's Isengard. It's way better to read in this way. The only difference is visual. But it's like, okay, I need to give more bonuses to, I don't know, Isengard. I just can write here France. For example, one of the things I saw, because I put in this way, is that some factions had more than one increased king purse. It was funny to read, to be honest, and I never understood why, but some faction had. I may have asked them directly why. For example, Dol Guldur had these two different lines, and maybe they are here too. No, Poland, like Poland has. Well, we are going outside. So that's the main part I'll have to do. For example, one of the, let's remove all of this. Moria reclaimed. Moria. No, how is it called? Scriptor. Moria reclaiming. Like all this part. These are not spaces. Those are not spaces, and it makes no sense. However, let's say Part 1 settlement, Moria reclaim, dwarves, spreading wars of the glorious adventure. No. Okay. Spoils of war. Okay. These spread war. This is all the Moria reclaiming part. Balrog army, Miromir, cleansing of Moria. So, where are we? Maybe here there is something good. Oin, yes, Oin, it's important. Misty, Azdod, Dulgur, Oin, here it is. So I can just take what I need, which is Oin. Oin. Then what? Yeah, it's a shame. It's really a shame. Anduin Mirkwood, Anduin Northern Road, like this. Reclaiming part doors. Okay, those are the units that how it's called. Balin will get. Come on, those are not spaces. This is silly. It's silly and stupid. Silly and stupid. So this is army of Balin. Oin character. In this way. Come on. Like. Oin is not the spy. No. These are Goblin. It's just that. Destroy units. Kill faction. Okay. Oinen. Let's say Balin. Ori. Where is Ori? Character. No, it won't work. Ori. named Ori. Okay, spawn character. Here it is. This is character Ori. Now you destroy Casa Volunteer, Dwarven Laborers and Dwarven Travelers. Dwarf Catapult. This does not make sense at all. Possible to restrict the target location of a jihad. What do you mean? Like setting only certain how are they called, cities, settlements as target as target location. Okay, volunteers X, laborers and travelers X. Okay. So technically this is all the things we need. Duck tree, data, war, maps, campaign, pre-campaigns, desk strat. Here it is. You go here. You go here. Okay. Balin. Yes, yes, yes. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. Without any problem, I should say. Well, however, a jihad is just a crusade. From what I remember. It's just a crusade. Okay, so now that all this part... Now that we have taken all the part that we need about this long and complicated script, we can just remove it all. Let's groom for la. Where it is? Moria reclaiming. We have selected 1.3k lines. Let's say 50,000 lines. Yep. No, this is working this way. Moria reclaiming. Good. Removed 1.5 repowers of modder. Yeah. And we can even save this. Now in desk strat, how we did the last time, because this is something, no, not this. Desk strat, Darwin overall. Balin. Okay, this was Balin. Desk strat. Here. Character, Balin. I can just straightforward copy this. Because if I recall correctly, nothing has changed in these names. So we can just go and do our first test. Hotseat. So setting subtitles apply. I don't know why this I may know why this don't work. Oh well, single player, third age campaign. Dwarves of Casa Doom. Very hard difficulty. We could test them directly in Hotseat. Well, let's see. Hotseat campaign. Dwarves of Casa Doom. Yep. And I know why there is an error. I already know. In this location there should be another. In this location. As expected, yep. Imperial campaign. Duck tree. Where is the log? Wasn't it here? Preferences, subs. Medieval 2. Logs 2137. Okay. What's the problem? Khazad infantry pikemen are not real. It's really strange. Infantry pikemen. Those one. Okay, remove them. Let's call the Khazad infantry. Maybe I'll call Khazad sentries. Yeah, I think the problem is that they changed the one experience, one armor. Yep, they changed the name of the units. So this should just work. I don't know, where is the log? Khazad infantry pikemen is the problem. Khazad infantry, yes. Khazad infantry pikemen is the only problem. So Hotseat. So Hotseat. Yep, to the real name. Finally, they did that. I think the problem with the audio is that I put the preferences in to read-only mode, so that's why they are not updated. I will change them. Very hard, very hard. Start. Good. Did they change the? How are they called? Perfect. Where is the log? New log. Keep this file in editor? No. New log. It's the only thing I care about. Where is? Where is the log? Where is the log? No, not this one. Let's put in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it was this one. Okay. Khazad Balin bodyguard. It exists. Traits. God damn it! How many? Good. No, not this one. This one I have to take. I may have done an error. natural, multilingual, Ori 1, Agent Loyalty 1, Marzabul Book, Airborne River, Dwarf and Pony. This is good. I could just remove this one. How far can I go? Okay. 340 for 19. Let's put in this way. Yes, yes, yes. Audio. Single player stage. Okay, now they work. It works. Come on. When you have a 1.2 thousand PC, US PC, but you can run game from 2008. Where is it? Do you think it's the problem with borderless window? Because I have no problem with borderless window, to be honest. Why not just wait, man? I hate waiting. Sometimes waiting in Medieval 2 when you load means that it's crashing. So it's something. It happens sometimes. Especially because most of the time, if I load a campaign, it will take some seconds. So it could be seen as a good way to the game tells me, oh no, it's crashing. Yeah, it's just that crashes until okay. So here it is. You are in Khazad-dûm. It's fine. You are without an army. Hoin and Ori. Ah, maybe because I need to remove them. Oh, okay, whatever. You are at war with. Okay, Khazad sentries. Do you have? Are they called? No. Where is the second level of volunteers? Sentries, Sons of the Fallen. Okay. No, I want to take barracks. No, why it's not showing me the other? An army to start with. Yes, army. Then the army in the fort, which show cursor stat 251, 251, 314, 251. Check culture. The amount of culture here, 47%, and then 45% for Melkor. So it should be good. So remove this. Now where were we? Oin 251, 3340. I think the problem is with the units. I should have to check them, so I can put them in this way. Character here. Version 3. What I did, I had Oin Ori. Ah, I should remove Oin Ori. I don't think it has. Balinax. I don't think these changes will result. But oh well. Single player tier age. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Most of the time it's just frustrating because you sometimes I just this is one um, of the painting of Beren. He is Beren. She's Lúthien. He's King Fingal and the Queen Melian. He's a elven. She's a goddess. Let's call her goddess. A Maiar. He's a human. Ah, okay, good, good. Ori, here it is. Oh no, it's updated. And here is Lord Hoin. Does it work? They will never. Why do they think map information are so worth? I do not recall. Then what? So they need an army. They need an army. And the army is here. Khazad sentries. Erebor infantry. Khazad sentries and Erebor infantry. No, Erebor elite dragon slayers. So, Erebor elite dragon slayers. They have not changed. Khazad sentries and Erebor infantry. Erebor infantry. So, no. Unit Erebor infantry with three of them, one experience and one armor. Three of them, one experience, one armor. Then, Khazad sentries, two of them, one experience, one armor. Khazad sentries. Khazad sentries. Two of them. Here it is. Lord Balin is finished. Now, how good did we make the army for infantry archers, axemen and Khazad militia armers? Do you remember which? So let's say we give one of those and then dwarven infantry archers because it was the only one with archers. So well, Dark 3 data export description units for here Khazad bodyguard laborer no volunteers sentries are the pikes are 2p. Dwarven travelers, the archers are dwarven archers. Legion Khazad. Okay. Dwarven archers is the dictionary. In fact, I should check for Khazad sentries. I can find them. Okay. Dwarven infantry archers, dwarven archers. Experience 1. Armor 0. Come on. No, you are good. Experience 3. So, put it into this way. It should work. And if this does work, Moria is finished. Easy as I don't know, as drinking glass of milk. I'm not used to this kind of things. Ah, not it crashes. Yeah. So, what was the problem? Did I check all of this? No, I can just take this and put into this. Seems it is the way. Ori, Barza Bulbuk, Herbor Raven, Dwarven Pony. Ori, Marza Bulbuk, Dwarven, Herbor Raven, Dwarven Raven. What was the problem? I could just do this. Let's see. Again. Hotseat 2.2. I don't need this. Duck. Where is the log? Logs. System log. Here. Faction slave has a gap in building prior to Gundabad Gate. This is not a problem I created, though. So, what is the real problem? No problem. What is the real problem? It's funny how, for me, the software tells me that there are no people seeing the live now. Interesting. Okay, if this shows, then we call it better. How is your army? Erebor infantry. You can train Erebor infantry, no? You need Khazad volunteers. Khazad volunteers. Khazad volunteers. Khazad warriors. Here they are. Erebor infantry is useless for you. Okay. Then those are good. Khazad sentries is good. Dwarf. Yeah. I saw you are still here. So Dwarven overall and Hotseat model for version 2.2, right, right, Toby? Dwarven archers, Khazad militia, Legion bodyguards, Balinska, Legion, Khazad bodyguard. Oh no, it exists. Wait. No, here is the problem. Khazad warriors does not exist. Khazad volunteers. Then Dwarven archers does not exist. Dwarven traveler does. Hihihihi. Now these will maybe work. Why there is an F here? What? Medieval 2 Total War. Version 2.2? was just the biggest whoosh because I opened the wrong game. So, single player, third age campaign, Dwarvens. Well, I may be able to finish version 3 Hotseat fix. Uh, the problem is that I have an exam the 19, another one the 9 of April, and some other things. The thing about version 2.2 is that I will need to re-download it all. That's my main problem. So here it is. It works. Good. Cut out volunteers. So the thing is, I can easily do, let's say, how are they called? Aradunaim, Adunaim, no, R, faction. No, faction here are called in a bad way. There are like 7 spaces, let's say. Where is faction? Like, if you, oh, no, faction Gondor, faction R, Dolamr, Front, Brilliant, Dunedain. How are they called? They are Adunheim, Lindon, Imladris, Lothlorien, Tranduils, Enugai, Rune, Rom, Dulguldur, Isengard, Dunlem, Gondabad, Angmar, Angarad, Kad, Umbar. They are still called Umbar. It's still called. Yeah, maybe for Casper it's better to DM me. DM him. Now, I think that Aradunheim is the easiest one to set up. Let's try to take a look at Faction Umbar. Umbar. Okay, so uh, uh-huh. Some. I'm sorry, I can't read the chat. Like I have this here. Don't place them inside Umbar. What? The Aradunheim thing. Why? Standing. Ah, no. For Ambar, we did. For the Aradunheim, we did that. Gimulkad, which is the faction leader, had Ambar. Then Gimulzor and Gimulfon had maybe the other 2 cities. Or maybe one had the city, the other one was in a fort nearby another city. Something like that. Now, the only problem is if those medium longbowmen, heavy longswordmen, and city macemen Gondor trebuchet. Okay. Like if we take total, not Total War Medieval 2, no, not Total War Medieval 2. No, not Total War Medieval 2. Hotseat. If we recall, do you want some background music? Like, I don't know, I have Queen, or something more epic, like, how are they called? Blind Guardian. They have. Oh, this is Melkor. This is wonderful. So, about the faction of the Ar Adunaim, we did in a particular way that's similar to how we did for both Harad, and Rune. Yep. The same way as for the dwarves of Casa Doom is that they would have been set with Gimulzor here in Umbar. So where is no the faction leader Gimulkad in Umbar, then Gimulton with Berugal Rangers in Ardumir or maybe here, and with Gimulzor, which the Aduna Marksman, in Khaldun or here. Now I think we will do the same way. And for how it's called? For Harad, it was they had Fen Hobel, then if I recall, Amrun and Talajaf, and for Rune they have Mistrand, Mataram, and Elgaer. Yep, because less would have been too much, just too much. Because it's far too rich. It's a large town with a port, it's too rich. This is just a town, it has mines if I recall, but... So I think we will do in the same way, right? So the only problem could be the thing, this one. Okay, so let's try to just do this way. Let's see this. Gimulzor will go in this way and Gimulton in this way. Now the only problem are the units. So Umbar City Spearmen no more exist. Umbar City Halberds no more exist. That Umbar City Macemen and stop. So I need to recall where the city the city halberds were the not the Corsair Riders, not the Corsair Archers, no, not the Corsair Warriors, no, not the Slayer. So Corsair Blackguards, no. Belegar Marksmen, Defenders, Rosadan Footmen, Rosadan Halberdiers. Those were the Alberts. Halberdiers. Then Spearmen, Spearmen, the Rosadan Footmen. Umbar City Spearmen. Umbar City Spearmen. Then what else? I need to change the archers. Rosadan Crossbowmen. Rosadan Crossbowmen. City archers. Rosadan Crossbowmen. And City Macemen exist. So this is good. So if we are lucky, maybe we don't even have, I don't even have to delete this. I could remove them just for safety, but let's see how does it work. So single player tiered age. No. Where is Umbar? Here. No. Okay, here. Aradonaim. Very hard, very hard. Start. Good. It bugs out. It bugs out because I'm stupid. And Humbar heavy longbowmen do not exist. Humbar, Amber, heavy longbowmen do not. Amber living longswordmen exist. Yep. But I need the other Peruvian Rangers. Amber heavy longbowmen. Amber medium longbowmen exist. So now it should work. So, okay. Do I? Why? What? We could say that technically it works. Partially. Campaign script. Amber. Where is? Oh, come on, I can't read through this. Moria reclaiming, we can remove it. I'm sorry for the creator. Aradonime KP bonus. This can be removed. Oh, this must be removed. KP bonus must be removed. So, okay. Okay, let me think about one thing. Let me take this. No. Don't say. Reopen it. I went too far. What? X265. Only you? No, our you spawn here. Okay. If IE local faction Russia, remove the things belonging to Zakaragor, Sakaltor. Let's say that you will get your diplomat. Yeah, your diplomat and spy rest. Stay. So here. So natural diplomat skill 2, good diplomat 1, numeral ancestry, and Yumbar spy. Then you have Indrazor, age 21, good spy 1, natural skill 1, coin bag, a black cat. Good. So remove this part. Those are spaces. So in this way there should be no problem with Gimulcad. Then with Gimulzor instead. No, not H. Sorry. Okay. Now Aradunaim should be ready on some extent. I removed all the scripts, I removed all the other armies, I place them, I give them what they would take. Okay, so this is how Aradunaim is. Is it good? Do you think it's good? This will be a huge problem for their economy. Well, they'll need to build. Yeah, they start without any kingsmen. No, 15, 10, 10% U2. This has 0, 5. Okay. I think Aradunaim are good in this way. They will have a huge problem with monies. So the only good way is to enable the some culture buffs. Yeah, or maybe just enable the some culture buff maybe would just made. If I recall correctly, here is culture 2, like Anorian province. Anorian. No, allora. Data. War maps, campaign, imperial campaign. Here, but I do not really remember what file it is now. There is a file that states all fellowship campaign. These useless files. Base. Disk regions. Okay, here it is. Here it is. It's the file with all the culture in the games. So I just need to remember which region those three, like is Amber. No, Amber. How is Amber called? No, I think it's called Amber. Amber, like Amber province. Okay, Amber province has 15% kings. So I just maybe I can put them to, I don't know, 25%. I know it may be seen as too much. And just I have had 10%, so I just remove 10% from them. obviously the sum of all of these needs to be 100, because it's not, if not it would not make sense. So in this way maybe it just work, it would just work. Maybe let's say 33%, and so 33 minus 25 is 8. So I just need to remove 8 between all of these, and I will do B from U. So this is amber, and the other one is half amber, and the other one maybe, oh no, here they are. Let's put U at 25, U at 25, so you go down to 60, you go down to 55, and you're good. Let's go and check. Wrong file, wrong Hotseat. Come on, load. Come on, it's faster. You're being slower. Too slow. Go, 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 Power Ranger. Na ra na ra ra na ra na ra na ra. So what's all the other faction that needs to be done? Well, surely Harad, then Ran, the Easterlings of Rune. %, 10%, and 10%. Okay, so I've edited the desk region. What I forgot is to delete the map file. Why? The game will recreate it. The game engine in this case will recreate it by itself, because it's a auto-generated file, and so the changes that I did to the map itself did not didn't go live, I could say, were not applied until the map was recreated based on those changes. So 33%, 25%, but you do not just have the buildings, and 25%. Just Man of Days is 60%, Dunedain 15, Melkor Nomadic 5%. Why Nomadic here? Sometimes I just do not understand how they put some of their culture, such as, where is? No, not Dwarven. 4% Dwarven in Metraif. How did Dwarven came here? 2% Dwarven in Hargon. How? When did uh the Helven came here? The Helven never came here. The empire of the High Elves was limited to this part. Maybe they not even came down to Bregost. We should check that. However, I think this may be everything for today. This is just one of the only good ones. This not make sense, to be honest, because these the Weather Hills with the Weather Top with Amonsul was the region which was bordered by both the Rudaur reign, the how it's called, the Arthedain, the Cardoran reign, and the Harfedain. So it's the only region that should have both Dunedain, Middleman, and some Melkor. Middleman to represent the Cardoran mostly, because Cardoran had many influences from the Middleman. Now, Middlemen are a fucked up concept here in Duck. But this UI is really good. It's really good looking, in my opinion. Admiral Salcafor. I should move him, I suppose, right? Like here. Show cursor start. 263381. Faction Umbar 263 263. Well, maybe you should stop use Chrome. Nah, you will see the same problem. But I think it's enough for today. What do you think, right, guys? I think it's enough. I need to. So, what do I need to do? Amber is done. Moria is done. Ah, yeah, the blogger problem. Well, Chrome has had other problems, to be honest. But I never liked I never liked Google and Microsoft. And you say, yeah, you are using Windows. Yep, that's the problem. I'm forced to. Most of the software I used, such as CryEngine for now, only works on Windows. They are doing a version of CryEngine for Linux, and once it's ready, I will move my main PC from Windows to Linux. Sadly, some games don't work, such as Europa Universalis 4, or the maybe modding in Windows is even in Linux is even easier. However, guys, I think it's good night. I will stop today. Ubuntu, no, Fedora. I prefer Fedora, which is a version of, let's say, a Linux operative system developed by the Red Hat developers. So, in my opinion, it's well, in my opinion, it's better just because of not well, the Red Hat developers are good developers, developers. But my opinion, just Fedora as it is after install is better than compared to Ubuntu as it is after install. It's more ready. I found it, and I found myself better with it. I prefer DNF to APT, and some other packages to others. But it just really, for my usage, it's just personal taste. There is no real knowledge behind it. I just use it and I feel it better, more optimized, more balanced, and so on. And so I'm just waiting here. Yeah. No, 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 don't worry, don't worry. I was not taking it as a argument. I've used Ubuntu for like uh, two to 2 to 3 years, um, 2 to 3 years in my first year of the university, and I used that in the in the same 3 years. Let's say Ubuntu, many but more than one version, obviously, and I used then Red Hat, the operative system. I used how it's called Debian too. Then I use something like Lubuntu, Xubuntu, and so on. Then I tried for an year Mint, and it was really interesting. But then when I installed for the first time Fedora, and it was around Fedora 25, so maybe 3 years ago, I never turned back. It's the one I found stable. However, regarding the Middle Earth map, I still need to finish this. I think. Uh, nope. Nope. 1200. Apply. No, I just saved. Come on. Properties. Lights. Environment probe. Generate. Uh, nope. The problem with this map is that it's uh, let's say it is a x-wise scaled well, like uh, this is a real distance. How is it called? Tools, level editor, no, viewport, the no, designer tool, no, the ruler, like this is a real, no, this one is a real distance between Minas Tirith and Osgiliath, and if I remember correctly, this is the real distance between Osgiliath and Minas Morgul. Like, yeah, maybe here should be Minas Morgul. So this map is really good in this case. Now the water is not the best how it's called, 8, but Dolamrov will be in this way, like here would be Dolamrov, global toll fallacy, Hambar will be here, would be here, or maybe down here, and no, here, and so on. This is the river. The problem is that at this distance it's all, well, the water just goes up, and I don't know why. Here would be the Hems Deep, and Hedoras would be likely here, Isengard. So we have no, here it's hard. Let's say hello. Now this is Lake Evendim. I can read with this. Okay. The thing is that the medieval settlements are, well, yeah, they are too big. But for example, if I wanted to put Minas Tirith here, let's say it will take this space, Osgiliath will be here. So it's not really... It's not really that easy to do something like this. This is the fall of Rauros. Like the thing is, when I want to make them, I would do from this point of view, but then I would need to remember that this is how the player would look in the game. I was trying to see forests and like this delete a lot of frame per second. But then if we go north, we have easily the loneliest mountain, which is easy to see. So this is Lake Town. Here would be Dale, or what? Like this is something that's not present in how it's called, in Divide and Conquer. These marshes near Lake Town, and Trandil Soul would be like here, likely here. Then what? This is where would Moria be? It's not that easy. I simply do not know. Here would be Gundabad. Kardum here. Then we have, if that is okay. So what? Here is the angle with Fennastrunin. I think here that is Lake Evendim, so here should be Amon Sul. What? So it's really a tough challenge, to be honest. So it changes. No, never say it changes. So for now I think it's enough. I will continue working on the Hotseat in the upcoming days, but maybe we'll see there will be a release for the end of this month. No, it's unlikely because I won't be here, so I won't be able to access my computer and work. There are only 2 unit slots available in DAC. That's shit. There are too many units. Maybe there are too many units. Good night. So, bye bye, Kiri. Bye bye, Telby.